Okay, okay. Hey, YouTube. I am back. We are going to talk about some basketball games today. We are going to look at the NBA. So it'll be a first. So I'm gonna take some really small wagers on these just because, I haven't bet NBA ever, so we'll take it slow to start and we'll see how we do on this first slate. So starting with a clean record here of 0-0. Let's see what we got for March 27th. First game is LA Clippers at the Indiana Pacers. So for this game, I like the Clippers. I think that, the Clippers are kind of fighting for a good spot in the rankings or the seeding because they have a chance to not have to do the play-in games. If they don't finish the season strong, they will end up in a position where they're kind of in one of the play-in games to get into the playoffs. So I think that they're going to honestly go crazy the rest of the season. They've looked really good and they've been pretty consistent, and the Pacers kind of look terrible and are off like a couple good games. So I kind of like to fade them off of that. They are like dead last in the league, have nothing to play for. We're kind of getting accused of losing on purpose so they could get whatever, I guess, a draft position. So it seems like they kind of like picked it up a little bit to try and like take some of the heat off, but I definitely like to fade them off of that. And to get single digits with LA, I'm definitely interested. LA hasn't been like whooping on teams like that all year, but recently, second half of the season, they're consistently be winning. They are in the trailing 10 sample. They're clearing 7 points versus teams that are a lot better than Indiana, and Indiana is losing by double digits consistently. Second half of the season and the trailing 10 sample, they're losing by 9 to 13 points. So, they're steadily losing by this number to similar teams. So, I like the Clippers to just show up at over here and destroy them. So, I'm gonna probably just roll with the Clippers on this. Again, we're doing really small bets here to test the waters, but I like the Clippers. Like, I'm gonna see. Maybe we can get them at -8.5. I'm gonna take a look, but I'm like okay with -9. Once you get to like the -9.5 range, that's when I'm kind of like, ugh. I kind of start to lean off of it because like my estimated line I'm getting is basically 5 to 10, 5.5 to 10.5. So yeah, I obviously see a situation where they don't cover this, but it's just like just the way the this end of the season is going. I just expect the Clippers to come and destroy them. You know. Next game is Atlanta Hawks at Boston Celtics. Uh, I don't know that I really think the Boston Celtics are like that crazy good. They're pretty good. They are consistently beating teams by more than this number. So, yeah, that does worry me, but it's like, okay, we're looking at all of these samples of teams that they're beating by 7. They're all teams that are worse than Atlanta, not much worse, but a few rankings worse. So, yeah, that does worry me, but it's like, okay, Atlanta is also winning versus these same teams in these samples. So it's like when you're looking at the best teams on their schedules, Celtics have no edge, honestly. Like when you're looking at teams ranked an average of 5, where we're talking about the Celtics having like a 2 point edge, okay? Second half of season, like a 2 point edge, 2.7 tops. And then when you're looking at the trailing 10 games, Atlanta's just playing better. So I like Atlanta Hawks plus 4.5. I think they can win this game outright. I have the Celtics like as a 2 point favorite, maybe 2.5 point favorite tops. Yeah, I guess at home they kind of have like a 6.5 point advantage, but I think just the Hawks have been playing so good, and I think like I mean, we'll see if I'm right about this, but it seems like we're at a time in the NBA schedule where like teams are gonna like actually go super hard these last like 10 games or so. So, hmm, I like the Hawks here. I think they're hunting for wins. I think the Celtics are a little overrated. Like, yeah, I would maybe like to see if I can get a better number, but I kind of like the Hawks at plus 4.5. All right, next game, Miami Heat at Cleveland Cavaliers. This is another game I like the road dog. I think the Heat has been playing just good, and I think that Cleveland is overrated, maybe because they were just playing good at the beginning of the season. But it's like I honestly see this game sort of as a pick 'em. I mean, second half of the season, maybe Cleveland has a 2.5 point edge, but it's like again, you're looking at the best teams and. Like Miami is losing by 1 point to better teams than Cleveland on average, and I mean they're not really covering. Cleveland is not covering this number in any of the samples here, so I'm gonna roll Miami 5.5. I just believe in Miami. I think they're actually pretty good, and I think Cleveland's okay, but I mean again, I just think they're a little overrated, and I don't really see why this line is 5.5. So. I'm gonna take the 5.5 with Miami Heat. Next game, we got Houston Rockets at Memphis Grizzlies. So, like, I'm iffy on this game because maybe the Rockets are pretty good and the Grizzlies are terrible, but like, uh, I don't really have them covering this. So, tough decision here. I mean, let's maybe just take a look and see if there's like anything in their schedule that might be a little bit concerning here for the like, 'cause yeah, I want to just take the dogs, but I always want to take the dog. Let's check the schedule. So the Rockets are clearly quite good here. I mean, they're not even close to San Antonio, but got the Grizzlies not doing too hot. Yeah, I mean, Grizzlies are at the bottom of everything. Not the complete bottom, but not doing great. Houston is pretty high up there, but nothing crazy. I mean, I'm sure Houston's hunting for wins right now. Houston's just chilling in the sixth spot. So the sixth spot, they will not have to deal with the play-in game, so they're obviously looking to keep that. But they're also trying to stay healthy for playoffs, so Whereas like the Grizzlies, I mean, they don't even have any hope. Oh yeah, they're eliminated from contention. So it's just like, okay, like they're eliminated from contention, but they're not like low enough. Like they'll probably come in and try to win this. So many L's. So many L's. They just lost to them by so much. They're getting demolished. Yeah, they're kind of getting demolished every game, so I'm not gonna back them. Yeah, I can't even probably bet this game. This is too sketchy. It's like, okay, Philadelphia, they covered this number, LA Clippers. Yeah. I do not trust this Memphis Grizzlies team. Like, I kind of think that I'm starting to think that they will get demolished, but I don't know if I'm willing to back Houston. I don't know. I'm gonna like start watching these games so I can get a better idea this week. Are these guys really that good? But I mean. Like I'm getting them by 8. I'm not really getting them clearing this number in any of the samples. Like going on the road. So like I wouldn't be surprised if if like this is a close game and Houston wins by like 10 or a little bit less, but yeah, I'm gonna just see how this one plays out and just see if there's any merit to these averages and to this output that I have, but hmm. Yes, I'm not gonna touch this one. And then the last game I have on here is the Chicago Bulls at OKC Thunder. I mean, I might honestly just roll with the Bulls here, which sounds crazy. This is the number one team that's probably like this is the number one team in the NBA. They're up by only 2 games, I guess, on the Spurs. So, yeah, I could see them still obviously wanting to win games, but at the same time, do I really think they have any reason to just come in here and wash this team? I mean, they're all going on the road and they're coming off of a loss, which is like, yeah, right, like okay, see off a loss, maybe that's not the best thing to go against, but they held close games against some bad teams off of losses. Oh, Cleveland's pretty good. Oh, Brooklyn. They beat Brooklyn by 19 off of a loss, which like is that's wouldn't even be covering, and Brooklyn's way worse than Chicago. Let's see, the Bulls, oof, 29 and 43. Yeah, it's probably a complete wrap for them. Okay, the Bulls, I guess, apparently have a chance. They're not eliminated, so they'll be fighting. They'll be fighting. Yeah, so I kind of think the Bulls come in here and fight pretty hard. I think OKC is kind of chilling at this point, just off of a long road trip. So I mean they're probably just trying to rest up and they got the Knicks on Sunday, which would be a way tougher matchup. So yeah, I'm gonna probably on some like a lunatic just go ahead and back the Bulls here. So pretty insane move, but I like it, you know? I don't think OKC is just kind of trying to relax. I don't think they're gonna have their starters playing full minutes. I mean, they have a healthy team going into the playoffs, like sitting like pretty firmly as the 1 seed. So yeah, I'm rolling with the Bulls. All right, so the four that I'm gonna roll with here are gonna be the Clippers, the Hawks, the Heat, and the Chicago Bulls. So whatever the best numbers I can get on those, I'm gonna roll with. So taking 4 NBA bets. We'll see how I do. Hopefully, I had them all, but that will do it. Thank you.